It's not possible. I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
All right, good morning. The Committee on Parole is reconvening. We are at Franklin Parish Detention Center on Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. It's 10:45 a.m. I think y'all are still on mute. Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
All right, would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and DOC number.
How is everyone doing today? My name is Jatavius Atkins. My DOC number is 762-916.
Mr. Atkins, let me introduce the parole panel to you. My name is Cheryl Renatza. Seated to my left is Mrs. Stapleton, and to my right is Mr. Freeman. I want to recognize that we have some guests that have joined us. We have your mother, Miss Atkins, and your uncle, Mr. Mitchell, both who want to speak on your behalf, and at the appropriate time, we'll ask them to do so.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask, I guess that's your mother. Miss Atkins, can you get to a stationary place so you're not moving around?
Yes, ma'am.
Turn off your camera till you get there because it's distracting. There you go. Okay. So Mr. Atkins, let me read some identifying information into the record. I'm going to ask you to confirm it. Then I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Freeman. He'll take the lead on the interview. Once we finish all our questions, we'll hear from your mother and your uncle. At the end, you'll be allowed to make a statement if you'd like before we vote.
Yes,
Ready?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Atkins, you are classified as a first felony offender. You're currently serving a 15-year sentence. You were sentenced in Caddo Parish in August of 2021 for molestation of a juvenile. You have a parole eligibility date, which is passed. It was September 21st of last year. You don't earn good time, and your full term date is September 23rd of 2033. Does all that sound correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, would you answer Mr. Freeman, please?
Okay. All right, Mr. Atkins, how old are you?
I'm currently 26 years old.
Okay, and how long have you been in jail?
What is 7 years?
And your total sentence was 15 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your education level?
The 10th grade.
Okay. Have you tried to get your GED since you've been in prison?
Yes, sir. I have tried multiple times to get enrolled into the GED program, but I was told due to my full term date, my out date, I had too much time to get into those classes.
Okay. Were you drinking or on drugs when this event occurred?
No, sir.
Tell me what happened. What happened between you and your niece, your cousin?
Oh, well, really, to me, it was all just a big misunderstanding amongst the both of us, or whatever the case may be. And I took a plea deal. In the court to get a lesser charge, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's all it was.
Okay, so you trying to say it never happened?
Well, I take full accountability for my actions, but it's a sexual. At first, I was charged with sexual battery and a rape, and they dropped it from sexual battery and the rape to the molestation of the juvenile, which the molestation never happened. There was never intercourse that never happened. It was more of a sexual battery thing happened, which was like, from my understanding, like the touching part, like I touched you.
Had you ever touched any other of your kinfolks?
No, sir.
Okay, so if you had another cousin that had said that, she'd be lying?
I didn't hear you. What was it?
Said if another young lady had made those accusations, she'd be lying?
Yes, sir.
You have very, very strong opposition from law enforcement, which is to be expected. Opposed is Ramona Emanuel, the judge, Assistant District Attorney Alexandra Perubitsky, and the DA said the Caddo Parish District Attorney's Office opposed early release for the defendant, Jatavius Atkins, based upon the nature of the conviction, the extreme use of the offender, and the length of time over which abuse occurred. And she went on to say some other things, and she feels that you could still pose a threat. Sheriff is opposed, and so is Wayne Smith with the Shreveport Police Department. Unopposed is Laquila Atkins. I think that's your mother. She said she thinks you got your life back on track.
Yes, sir.
So that's what she said. Okay, did you take any other classes besides the sex offender class?
Currently at the facility that I'm at, they did not offer any other classes, so that was the only class I was able to get into and complete.
Okay, so that's the only class they offered was the sex offender class?
Yes, sir. I tried when I first got to this facility. I tried multiple times also to get into other classes, which they had forklifting, computer classes, and they also told me the exact same thing about the GED program, that I have too much time to get into those classes. But I have tried multiple times to get into those classes.
Okay. The victim's mother, Miss Ebony Sims, says she has no conflict, that it's all, it's all family related. So she didn't want to make a comment. You have a low risk, moderate need. Where are you planning on living? Where are you planning on working?
Yeah, I have a job offer into the oil field. I plan on living in Shreveport, Louisiana. I have the address with me today.
Okay, has it been approved by probation and parole yet?
This is my first time ever dealing with anything for as like the parole or whatever.
Gotta get that address to them, because there's a sex offender that has to be approved before you could get out.
Yes, sir. I wrote it on the application or whatever, and I think I mailed it to you guys.
Okay. Is there anyone from the facility in there with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I speak to them real quickly?
They will speak to you. Here he is.
Hello,
Yes, sir. State your name again for the record.
William Logan Phillips.
Okay, Mr. Phillips, have y'all had any problems with Mr. Atkins since he's been there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Nothing that you're aware of.
No, sir.
And y'all don't have any classes there besides, sex offender classes?
We have GED, workforce training, and I believe they have that training that you just said, but I'm not sure about anything else. No, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have no other questions.
Mr. Atkins, are you aware there's a detainer from DeSoto Parish?
No, ma'am. I didn't know anything about that.
A note say there's a detainer from DeSoto Parish for a probation violation.
Probation violation. So what are they asking of me to do?
I don't know. That's up to you to figure out. I don't know. I just noted in the record. I wanted to know if you know. So your cousin, the victim here, says that you, and she was 10, I believe, at the time of your arrest. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And says that you abused her beginning at the age of 6. So it went on for a period of time. So what did you learn in the sex offender treatment class?
During the time of my incarceration and the time period of I took the risk management program, the sex offense class, phases 1 through 4, I learned a lot about these type of situations. I never dealt with anything like this. I'm not a troublemaker. It was just a mistake that I made at a young age. I have matured in my time of incarceration. I have learned how to deal with these things, sex offender wise.
So how would you deal with it?
Well, I have the packets with me as well from the classes, and I passed the tests as well. Well, you don't go like you see kids in certain places like the park and stuff like that, you don't go and approach them sexually in a sexually manner. Like that's a big no-no. That's things you don't do.
Is that something new that you learned?
Well, I've been new that because that's not my MO. So I've been new. That's common sense to me. That's something you don't do. Like dealing with kids, they're innocent. Why would you want to do this? So I have already knew those things.
Okay, all right. Let's hear from the folks. Any questions? Let's hear from your mother, Miss Atkins. What would you like us to know?
Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Ma'am, we can.
Good morning. How you all doing? My name is Lakeela Atkins, and I'm Jatavia's mother. And yes, ma'am. My son has been like you said, incarcerated for 7 years. There's a lot he's lost in those 7 years, and that I've lost, like my mother, his great grandmother as well, and grandmother. Just talking to him on a daily basis, being from Caddo to Franklin Parish, I really think he was with the wrong crowd, and I really think he got his life back on track. I did speak with his previous employer, Santa Maria Produce Company, and he's eligible for rehire. They're waiting on him. I just really think that he got his head on straight, and he know which direction he needs to take now. And me and my brother, and I also have a younger son. We're very, very supportive. We have uncles that is very supportive, waiting on him to get out, to show that he's not the person he's been labeled to be, or to even do those things that, took place back in whatever years those was, whether it took place or not. But we're very supportive, and like I said, he have a place to live, have employment waiting on him. He has missed a lot.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, thank you for sharing those remarks with us. And Mr. Brian Mitchell, we'd like to hear from you, sir. Is Mr. Mitchell on?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get it off of mute.
Okay. Go
Yes,
ahead.
ma'am. I would just like to say that Jatavius will be well supported once released. He has a strong family background, and we're here to do whatever it takes to ensure that he has the tools and guidance that is needed to assist him to be the great young man that he can be. Like was stated, he does have his previous job. I would love to have him back. I'll work with him personally on getting his GED and to get reestablished into society. And we're just here waiting on him with open arms and love to make sure that he is directed back onto the path of success.
All right. Thank you, sir. I think,
Thank you.
Mr. Atkins, Jatavius, is there anything you want to say to us before we vote?
I would just like to say I thank you all for this opportunity. I thank my family members as well for the support that they have given me, and I just thank you all.
All right, sir. I think we are prepared to vote. Mr. Freeman?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Atkins, you're doing all the right things. They're just, we got to get you to a place where there's more classes. You need to take some anger management, some thinking for a change and things like that. You've served 6 years, you pled to a reduced charge. So my vote today is to deny, but tell you're on the right track, and we're going to recommend that you be sent to a place where classes are offered.
Yes, sir.
Take some classes and reapply.
Yes, sir.
All right. Mrs. Stapleton?
I concur with my colleague, Mr. Freeman. Also, I can agree with what the DA said, that they're very concerned that since you molested children at such a young age, that you're a danger to the other family members. And then if your residency plan is to go back to your family, I'm sure P&P would be very concerned that your victim would have no contact with you, because that would be very traumatizing. So my vote today is to deny and for you to get more classes.
All right, Mr. Atkins, I do agree. I want to commend you for seeking out classes. You've asked several times. It's not your fault, but the policy at the prison there doesn't allow you to take those classes because of your outdate. So we're going to, I agree. I think you need more classes. And so my vote is to deny based on the opposition that's been expressed by law enforcement in the DA's office, but also agree with Mr. Freeman to make the recommendation to move you so that you can take advantage of some program opportunities. You'll get another chance to reapply. We're going to send you some instructions on when you'll be able to reapply to get some more classes under your belt, and hopefully you'll be able to have your GED too. We want you ready for moves.
Yes, ma'am.
So today, sir, your parole's being denied, and we're going to try to get you some more help.
Yes,
Good luck
ma'am.
to you, sir. That concludes our business in Franklin Parish. We're going to adjourn today. It's at 11:01 a.m. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.